the ultimate spectacle. Adventure beyond your wildest imagination with the man beyond bionics. 6 million light years beyond believability. Is he man or machine?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite idiot on YouTube, Kung Fu Hot Dog.
And thank you so much for that introduction, Mr. John St. John, aka Duke Nukem. And here, folks, I'm going to show you what the time is, because why? 11:06 UK time in the morning, because in an hour or so from now, I probably will get that part wrong as well. Wait a minute. 4:59 PM Greenwich Mean Time. Oh well, looks like I'll just upload this video by itself then. The Supergirl full trailer teaser will drop, and do you know what? Before I actually do that, as this is a prelude, I'll probably still be wearing the same silly I'm Snow Sexy and I love it Christmas jumper. I want to go over a few things quickly regarding the new update regarding Supergirl, not from James Gunn, but in the James Gunn DC universe, because oh my god, what are we going to do, folks? So let me just go on over to when we first saw Supergirl, which was obviously this year. Can you believe it? This year is almost coming to an end, folks. But yeah, we saw Supergirl making her debut towards the end of Superman's James Gunn right here. Let's get the volume up.
What the hell, dude? Why did you move the door?
I didn't move the door.
Hey, where is my dog?
So you see, people who saw that, especially some women, they were like, oh, why Supergirl drunk and a bit of a frat boy? Because in the comic, the Woman of Tomorrow, that's how she is. I'll get into that in a short while. By the way, I cannot call myself a Supergirl expert. I cannot claim to have read the Tom King comic book, but if any of you have done so and you advise me to read it, I will go out and buy it, or you can always gift it to me. Either way, I promise I will read it for you. So we had this, which was, I thought she was fine. People obviously have an issue with Millie Alcock's casting, the same way that people had an issue with Heath Ledger playing the Joker for The Dark Knight. And how did that turn out in the end? I'm just saying, obviously, Millie Alcock won't get an Oscar nomination for her portrayal of Kara, but that doesn't matter, to be honest. And of course, look, this is the trailer I reacted to on Monday. I know a little bit more now about this, so we'll just go through it again very quickly. In fact, some people here I've noticed have said that, and you know, my first instinct was to say this is not Earth, it's one of the planets in the Krypton universe. But someone said that the sunglasses, it's very 80s, which, listen, as a guy of the 80s, I don't mind. I think that's really, really good. She's got the ripped jeans. They said that she looks a bit drunk here, a bit, she's stumbled out of one bar and she's waiting for a pickup, like a space taxi, if you like, right here. You know, when this thing lands, which is quite, some people are now actually saying, oh, we didn't know they had space bus stops in this universe of Superman, or in this case Supergirl, which is pretty funny actually. And again, when you look at this landscape, it doesn't look like anywhere on Earth, so it makes sense. I'm really glad that this film is taking place in the cosmic universe of DC, which is great. It can open the doors to quite a few things. So we had that. Now the more interesting stuff comes now, which I'm about to show you, which I was like, oh, okay. People are obviously getting mad, upset about this. So this 15 seconds long. And you remember what I said to you before, that there's a song that they use in the trailer? Well, I am about to break that for you. I now know what the song is. We do hear glimpses of it, but I won't get a copyright claim because it's only like less than 6 seconds of the song that they used. But we'll just blow this up and we'll see what you think. Let's take it back a little bit. Here we go. So it's Blondie, Call Me. Now, the thing with that song, I only associate it with one particular movie. Do you know what I'm thinking of? I think it's 1979's American Gigolo with Richard Gere when he's putting on the Armani suits before he meets Lauren Hutton.
There's something really special.
That's right.
Can you remake that film today? No, you can't, but it's a pretty good film for what it is. It's a guilty pleasure. I think it's Paul Schrader who directed it. I might be wrong, but in that context, that makes sense. He's a male escort, so therefore using Blondie's song makes a lot of sense. Here, I don't know why they would use that. Doesn't make any sense to me in that respect. Union City Blues might be a better one because she's down in the dumps, or she likes to get drunk and party like a fraternity girl. That would make more sense. Maybe something completely different. Joan Jett, maybe. Hang on, was Joan Jett around in Blondie's time? Yeah, she was. But, you know, you could have used any other song. Maybe Barracuda by Heart could have been a better choice. So here we go. We have some glimpses of the trailer. As somebody has pointed out here, like, I mean, this smoke, where is she coming from? And she's got her boots, like, they've got tassels, so it's been ripped. Maybe I had a theory that maybe the boots with the threads coming out she's probably scrapping in the bar, and maybe they received some damage. So now, do you know what? If you are a hard drinker like I was back in the day, when I see this glass, I think of one thing only: Sambuca. If you've ever had that, or a flaming Ferrari, holy crap, those things will blow your mind. Obviously, I don't drink these days. I pretend to. I do like a bit of odd champagne or two. Champagne is the champion is the breakfast of champions drink, right? It definitely is. But I like the fact that she's blowing it slightly. Behave yourselves, which indicates to me it's probably a really hot, frothy, lethal Kryptonian cocktail, and she can only get drunk on a red planet. So that, and she wants to experience that. I've heard this narrative before. She wants to know what it's like to feel drunk, which is why at the end of Superman, when she stumbles out, she obviously is feeling the effects of having that, even though she's on a planet with a lot of sun. So, oh, let's have now. I didn't see this bit closely where she's flying. Can I slow this down? Hang on. Let me see if I can get the speed to slow down. Playback speed. We'll do it. Can we do it 20? Did I select 24? Yep, I did. Here we go. So that's pretty good. I know the sound. You know what? I should probably mute the sound. No, I'll just carry on a little bit. Online. And this looks like a funeral. Procession. A funeral. What's the word I'm thinking of? It's a funeral march. I don't know what I was thinking of. Procession. That's it. Maybe on Argo, not to be confused with the Oscar-winning Ben Affleck movie. So we're doing that. Do you know what? Let's just go back to normal speed here before it drives you absolutely mad. They changed a few things here on YouTube, actually. I've seen what they've done here. Let's go. So these are two law enforcers. And they're all pointing guns, lasers at Kara because she's drunk and disorderly yet again. And people have said, oh, this is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy because James Gunn wants his DNA all over DC with that movie franchise from Marvel. Even though it's Craig Gillespie and Anna Nogueira, or Nogueira. How do you pronounce her surname? But anyway, they're in charge of this. And that's it, basically. I have no problem with this. It looks nice. I like the background stuff. It looks pretty good. I'd love to know how much this film is estimated to cost. I'm going to look that up afterwards, actually. And there she is. Let's have a quick look at that. Look, yeah, it's fine. Do you know what this reminds me of, actually? You know when you go to a Comic-Con and you paid $400 to have your picture taken with your favorite star, the blue backdrop? That's what it's going to be like. If this film is a big hit, even if it's not a big hit, Millie Alcock will be making guest appearances and they're going to have a blue backdrop so you can stand right next to Millie and go, I'm at Supergirl. Oh my God. But on X, in fact, while I'm on X now, have a look at this. Now, people have an issue with this particular, you know what, let me just go back here. Truth, justice, whatever. Hashtag Supergirl lands in IMAX theaters on June the 26th. And I'll probably go and see this at the IMAX anyway, because it's the best way to experience some films. It's the 11th of December today. And I thought that Marvel was supposed to drop an Avengers Doomsday trailer. That looks like it won't be until next week now, because Avatar Fire and Ass is going to be released in theaters with that trailer before the main feature. So Marvel will definitely drop their trailer of that on the same day. Don't think it might be before, but I don't think it will be, because they want you to go and see Avatar just to see the trailer. Then you might leave the theater and go home. You don't want to sit through a 3.5-hour Avatar movie, do you? But I like this poster, and the whatever is not truth, justice, and the American way. I do believe with the Richard Donner Superman cut, they had that as the tagline poster, and if that's the case, I'll put it right about here, you Fug Soul brothers.
I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
You're going to end up fighting every elected official in this country.
She can't have the same sort of farm boy upbringing like Clark Kent, her cousin. Like, oh golly gee, she has to be completely different. And the Supergirl film from '84 with Helen Slater, she was the golly gee type, but this is a different kind of rebel, shall we say. That's why she's got the attitude. She's got the sunglasses, she's got the trench coat and the short skirt and the boots and everything else. And she's like, yeah, whatever. She obviously doesn't know what her purpose in life is yet. She's got these powers, and she's kind of going a little bit crazy and having fun, which I think, to be honest, what is that? With great power comes great irresponsibility in this case, and I find that fascinating. But yeah, people, there's Black Perry White, Perry Black, as I like to call him. I just think that's so funny, actually. But I have no problem with this. But yeah, you know, everybody has their opinion, and I respect that. But I did see something here. Things below this, actually. Let me have a look. There was something that I saw before, and I've now lost it, which is annoying. Let me see if I can find it again. Maybe it was on this, actually. Ah, here we go. So this is the grok version of Supergirl. So if she was, again, so this is the Millie Alcock version. And then we're going to go back to this one right here. So apparently, now this is using Flux Pro 2, I think. It's not a banana, it's not Nano Banana Pro. This looks like it's a Flux rendition or Black Schnell AI models for this particular rendition of Supergirl. Yeah, she looks nice. Everything's great, except but in this Head and Shoulders shot, just like the shampoo, because I use Head and Shoulders too, she's a bit more covered up, actually. So people are saying, yeah, she's got a very pretty face, she's prettier than Millie Alcock, but we don't like the uniform, bro. I'm not sure why there's flames coming out of her as well. It's a bit odd. Maybe just to show she's invincible. Yeah, but again, you know, this is the problem with AI now. And somebody actually says it looks terrible, which I don't agree with that, but people are using that as the byline narrative now. Oh, because again, you know, you got Supergirl, you got Millie Alcock is cute. Is she the best looking babe in Australia? Probably not, but she's cute. And I've not seen her act at all in the House of the Dragon. I don't know what she's like. I think she uses some sort of weird pronoun nonsense in real life, but I haven't seen any of that. I think it's kind of suppressed. Maybe her agent has told her, listen, don't put that shit out there. You're going to put people off, which I think is really good advice. But anyway, folks, I'll leave it from there for now. And on that one, you silly billies, I'll catch you catching me for the return of my next video, which will be the trailer reaction for Supergirl just after 5 alive this evening in the UK.
Okay, Kung Fu Hot Dog. Stop pulling that goofy-ass face of yours.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Dream of me. I'll make your dreams come true. Everything's possible with me.